You've been busy with some new recordings since we last spoke.
Yeah, well, I've still got several songs on the Couch albums to release, so yeah, they're still waiting to come out after this song.
Alone Bob I is out now, isn't it?
Well, it's almost out. The video is finished, and my friend has made a promo clip for it. But one of my friends came up with a suggestion just on Sunday night that I should do a couple of YouTube videos just talking about the making of video before the promo comes out to kind of let people know the process I went through, because we thought that might be interesting.
All right.
So a friend and I are going to do something like that on Friday morning. We're just meeting up and see how that goes. So I haven't done anything like that before, but my friend who suggested it, so he's a musician as well. He's done a lot of videos like that.
Sounds interesting because you've got the music video has got an Australia's Got Talent semi-finalist in it.
Yep, that's right. So the video is finished, but I guess I'm trying to work out the best way to promote it or to launch it. Originally, I had thought about maybe having a physical launch, like having people come to a venue. But then I thought that was a waste of resources because people could just as easily go home that night and watch it on YouTube themselves. And I felt like it was unnecessary to, make people come out to watch a 4-minute video.
Yeah. What is Alone Bob I about?
Alone Bye Bye is about a relationship that I've chosen to end, but I feel that it's quite a liberating message, that it's positive, that it can be empowering to say no to someone and to, stick up for yourself. And so the film clip actually represents that really well at the end, where we're all having fun and dancing together, which kind of seems contrary to the message of the song, but I think that's the fun part of it, that ending something can actually be a positive thing and a place of new growth.
And there's nothing wrong with being on your own sometimes.
Exactly. I actually just put a live performance of a song that I've just written called Happily Single up on YouTube, and that's the message of that song, that I wrote it for my younger brother after his girlfriend broke up with him, and the song is to say, you know what, you still have a friend in me and we can still be happy. We can still...
Yeah, what did you say it was called? Happily what?
Happily Single.
Oh, right, yeah. Have you put that on YouTube?
I have, yes.
And you've got your own YouTube channel now, which is Aislinn Sharp.
Yes.
And, yeah, you've been, busy studying this year, I guess, because you're nearly finished your Masters of Psychology.
I am. I'm getting close. My thesis is due at the end of this month, and then after that I have 3 cracks to go. But in terms of coursework and going to class, I will have finished that by next month, which is cool.
And is your thesis music-based?
It is, in the sense that the topic is creativity. So I'm looking at predictors of creativity, and the main ones I'm looking at is emotional intelligence, but also I think Big 5 personality factors, and also using intelligence as a measure as well. So it was interesting. Intelligence actually turned out to be the best predictor of creativity in my study, and so did neuroticism out of the Big 5, which was quite unexpected because the research suggests that being open to experience will make you more likely to be creative.
You're going to have to do one on emotional maturity too. It's harder to achieve.
I don't know if that's a fact of being emotionally mature when you're creative.
No, you don't have to be. Dare I ask you how you went on your test?
Well, actually, ethically, I'm not allowed to participate in my own studies.
That's lucky, but I bet you did. You just don't want to talk about it.
No, I can't comment on that.
I think last time we spoke, you mentioned perhaps pursuing some further studies over in London when you finish this. Is that still on the cards?
Oh, yes. Actually, I was just talking about this with my research lab group yesterday, because we have a couple of students visiting us at the moment, one from Italy and one from Germany, and they're doing an unpaid internship here at UQ. And my supervisor said, no students from our uni go overseas to do something similar. And I said, actually, I was offered an internship at the Royal College of Music in London earlier in the year, but it was unpaid and I couldn't afford to go. And my supervisor said, yes, that's the problem, isn't it? So, yeah, I was accepted to go earlier in the year and didn't have the funding to go. So I'm still hoping that maybe when I finish the course and can save some money, that I could self-fund going over and doing some work experience there, because I really would like to, and it's certainly an area that interests me.
I'm sure you could sing your way through your internship, earn some money working in the clubs in London.
Yeah, well, I guess I wanted to save some money as well, because I guess you never know what life's going to be on the other side of the world, and I wouldn't have the same friends and family support base that I have in Brisbane. So I think it's always good to have some money for a rainy day in reserve, just in case. You never know what can happen.
Well, people who didn't hear your first interview wouldn't know that you're a multi-instrumentalist. You play the piano and the oboe, and there's a couple of saxophone, wasn't it?
Yes, that's right.
So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of opportunities in London for all sorts of work in orchestras as well as in the clubs.
Yeah, well, I've heard that the original music scene in terms of live gigs is a lot better than here in Brisbane. But, I mean, you have to consider their population as well, that it's much bigger. And I think they have a stronger culture and actually going out to, places like pubs or going out of an evening, where I feel like we're so lucky in Brisbane that we've got such great outdoor weather that, go outdoors and go to the beach and do other things apart from just going to live music. So
you're very passionate about Brisbane, aren't you?
Yeah, I know. I've joined a jogging group recently, and I just mention it because a couple of times a week we train at the Brisbane River, like around South Bank and Kangaroo Point, and I'm always taking pictures of the river and putting it up on my Facebook page because I really like the river and Brisbane. So, but I'm keen also to tour and discover new places as well.
And how is Sounds Original going?
It's going really well. Actually, something exciting happened last Tuesday morning, and that is a radio announcer that helps to promote the area that I'm from, which is the Redlands, and also where I have my Sounds Original concerts. He went on ABC Radio in Brisbane last Tuesday morning and mentioned Sounds Original with the breakfast announcer there. So I was pretty excited. He found me through my newspaper ads and was keen to help promote it. So I think it's always exciting when someone new discovers Sounds Original and wants to help out by promoting it. So I've got 2 more concerts left for the year, and then I'll have a break over summer, and then hopefully I'd like to continue it still next year, which would be my 4th year running it, which would be exciting.
Yeah, do you want to tell people who don't know what it is exactly?
Yeah, sure. Well, I started Sounds Original at the beginning of 2009 because I felt that there wasn't a venue in Brisbane where original songwriters could go and get performance experience in a supportive environment and try out new songs, or maybe the performer was a closet performer, or they'd only performed at home for, say, their cat, and they really felt quite nervous about it. So I felt like I wanted to create that space where someone of any age and any genre of music could come along and feel like it was a supportive environment to try out their music, because I know for myself it's quite challenging because, you play your songs and, often they're quite personal, what the content is about, and you're quite nervous. And if it's not a good experience, you might just go, well, okay, I'm never doing that again, and then the world doesn't get to hear your music ever again. So I feel like it's really important that people have a positive experience and then they can come back. So I guess it's a success story that I recently heard about through Sounds Original is I had a lady named Anne Lung come along for the first time and play her music about a year ago, and I think she's played about 4 times since then. The last time she played was last month, and she said that she has just recorded her first 2 songs and put them up on iTunes, and she said that I inspired her to do that through her coming along to Sounds Original, and I love the recordings. I've bought them, and I feel like that's what it's all about, is helping musicians get experience and then goal set and then, achieve things with their songs.
Do you have a website for Sounds Original?
I do. I've got a Facebook page, so it's just www.facebook.com/ and then it's spelled Sounds Original. And yeah, you can like the page. We've got lots of photos from past concerts and information about gigs coming up and what it's about. So yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything like that in Ballarat, but it's certainly something that it's possible to start on your own. I didn't know if I could do this starting out, but if you can find a venue that's happy to support a concert once a month. I then created an ad for the newspaper and then, a website, and it just went from there, and word of mouth.
And when is the album On the Couch coming out?
I have been asked this question a lot, and it always gets awkward for me because I'm not entirely sure. Because I'm self-managed and self-funded, I've just had to create my own goals and timelines as I've gone along. So the goal at the moment is to release my 5th single, which is Alone Bye Bye. It's a a dance track. There's a new music video coming out for it soon with some dancers of Australia's Got Talent from this year. They made it to the semi-finals, called Runway DC. The film clip is made. At the moment, we're just organising a promo clip. And then on top of that, I was hoping to create a couple of personal YouTube clips or videos of me speaking to the camera, letting people know how I made the clips, what inspired them, what the whole project's about. So I guess that's the process I'm in right now. Is I'm meeting up with a friend later in the week, and we're going to try and do a couple of small interviews and then pop them on YouTube. So I guess once that project is out, then I can think about the next song. So unfortunately, I'm not able to give a timeline, but I guess I've learnt through this whole album experience to be patient and to be flexible and not to give up.
So we can expect to see Alone Bye Bye definitely before Christmas?
Yes, I hope so, because the video, we filmed it in June and it took months of preparation, finding the dancers before then. So to me, it feels like a year-long project for one song and video.
Well, I do have a copy of it, thanks to AMRAP. Yes. Which you are on AMRAP now?
Yes, it's really exciting. Actually, I just got an AMRAP report this week and I saw that you have downloaded my songs as well. So, yes, thank you so much for that.
That's all right. I was going to say too that the artists get a lot of support from a lot of community radio stations, and I know you appreciate it, but you actually show that, because I noticed on your Facebook you've mentioned every community radio station that plays your music and speaks to you, and thank you for doing that too.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, it's kind of exciting because the more stations that support me, the longer the list gets. And I occasionally have a look at it and I'm like, wow. Like when I think about when I started and obviously had no stations playing me, and then I look at it now, I'm like, wow, that's like a lot of phone calls, a lot of emails, a lot of interviews, a lot of time and love put into that process. And it's definitely been worth it. And having it there is kind of like, a nice reflection.
It has been great talking to you again, and good luck with finishing your masters.
Yep.
And I will talk to you again when you release your next single, or at least when you release your album.
I get the video.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll have to let me know, and I'll put a link on my Facebook for people too.
Yes.
All right, bye.
All right, okay, thanks, Kat. Bye.
See ya.